How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall. In today's video, we have a few things to talk about, so let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is that USA Today, they made a ranking of the top 10 athletes in New Mexico history, and former Aggie Jimmy Collins was on that list. He was an All-American guard, 6'2", played for the Aggies for 3 seasons, was part of that 1970 Final Four team where he averaged over 24 points a game, did a lot of great things. His scoring went up each year. His first year, he averaged just over 14 a game. Second year, just over 19. Then, last year, just over 24, like I said. So he averaged 19 points per game for his career, which is really, really good. And it earned him a spot in the NBA. He was the 11th pick of the 1970 draft, Chicago Bulls. He only played 2 seasons, didn't play the greatest. He only averaged about 4 points in his career, but he's still one of 17 Aggies to make the NBA. So good to him on that. We talked about Jimmy on the channel before, but it's been a very long time. He's definitely been recognized in the past. He unfortunately has passed away, but he's an Aggie legend, Aggie all-time great. Definitely will never be forgotten amongst Aggie fans ever. He averaged a lot of points, but unlike a lot of players, he didn't have to take a lot of shots to get those points. He shot really efficient, was able to shoot well from the field. Obviously, the three-point shot wasn't as big back then, but still shot well overall and was a good free throw shooter. Did a lot of great things. Again, wish his NBA career was a little better. He played in the early 70s. Maybe if it's a different era, he plays better. But again, that's still 2 years in the NBA that most people would dream of. So good for him. If you're talking best Aggies of all time, strictly basketball, he's definitely up there. Or just even, in general, he could definitely be up there. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to make a video on that. I know each year, I think there's some rankings that go out on some of the best athletes of the year. I've always thought about partaking in that. Obviously, basketball is the big thing, but it's cool to, look into all sports. Which, speaking of, our women's soccer team actually has a game today against Arizona State at home at 7. So if you're in the Las Cruces area, go check it out. They're usually a pretty good team, but last year only went 2-12-4. But the first 3 years I was there, they were really, really good. Always got far in the conference tournament and even made the NCAA tournament in 2022. One of the last teams in for the Aggies to actually make the tournament like that. Really hoping that this year is a little bit better for all Aggie sports teams. I know this is a bit off topic, but I actually got to meet Coach Bartz, the women's soccer coach. Talked to him a few times last year. He was at the activity center. Sometimes we play basketball. We talk sports. He's actually from the Portland area, and I'm from Portland. So he saw me wearing a Portland Trailblazer shirt, and we talked about that. So really cool guy overall, and just always building those connections is a great thing to do. Next, I want to talk about another former Aggie and Keelan Dorsey, a big fan of the channel, a big fan favorite when he was here during the 2023-24 season for Coach Huden's first season. Fun fact, he actually led the team in scoring for, a game. After the second game of the season, he was averaging 10 points because that was the only game he played in. Didn't play against Kentucky, got a DNP. A lot of people were thinking he might redshirt, but he was able to score 10 points against Sul Ross State, which is a Division III school. But still, his collegiate debut did very well. He started the season pretty strong, but his minutes dwindled toward the end. He had some games where he played more because of injuries and stuff, but he was a freshman, he was a young guy. But for him to go out there and play, it was really good to see. And now he's playing at Western New Mexico, where last year he averaged 7.5 points on good efficiency. Started at the beginning of the season, then started coming off the bench, just fit that role better. And then he started the last few games of the season as well. So I'm not sure if he'll have a similar role this upcoming season, but I assume he would, if not have a larger role. Hopefully he can be a guy that can average double-figure points, just like he did in his first game for the Aggies. Like I said, he's always been a big fan of the channel. He's always supported me well. Been a good friend of mine for a while. Would love to link up with him eventually. Actually have his jersey, which is really cool. So maybe I'll wear his jersey in a video. Definitely need to wear jerseys more often, not just his, but in general. I have a lot, but I just don't always wear them. So I should definitely look into doing that more often. I got his jersey at this little football event last year. It was $75, but it's worth the money for the man. He also played at New Mexico Junior College, but didn't play a whole lot. I wish he would have done a little bit better there. He was supposed to play at Kilgore College before that, but ended up transferring to New Mexico Junior College, kind of switched up. So he's been, New Mexico, Texas his whole life. He's from Houston. So, he's, a local guy, local product. And hopefully he can just continue to play well and do great things. He has 1 to 2 years left of eligibility. Not sure he's going to take on that extra year that he'll have after this next year. He doesn't know how the NCAA is. I feel like it'd definitely be a good opportunity for him. And maybe if he wants to play overseas. I'm not too sure what his goals or aspirations are after college. I know eventually, I talked to him about it before when I, did an interview on the channel a while back, like 3 years ago now. Almost 3 years ago, which is crazy to think how fast time flies. He was talking about how the ball's going to start dribbling at some point, how he wants to have a good career afterward. I think he wants to do something in fashion. I could be wrong about that, but whatever he does, I'm sure he'll do well, and rooting the best for him, both on and off the court. That's going to close out for the video today. Pretty short one, but I had some time on my hands to make a video. Let I'm gonna go into Roswell later today to interview the Roswell Independent School District's athletics director and their assistant. That's even something that I thought about maybe doing in the future. I think it'd be a really cool gig to have. So I'm gonna do feature profile stories on them. We're doing a lot of work for Roswell mainly, but doing a little bit of Carlton and Artesia. The drive back and forth can get tiring at times, but at the same time I'm getting reimbursed for it, so that's nice. And we'll see, after this year fellowship that I have that gets done late May, maybe there's a chance I have, working here, full time after that, or maybe there's an opportunity elsewhere. I know recently, I think the media relations team at NMSU, they're getting a new person there to work, because one of the guys, Lawrence, who I talked about in the channel, he got a new job somewhere. I'm not too sure what. If you're watching this video, what's up? Let us know what you're doing next. He came from Sam Houston with Coach Hooten. He's done a great job in that role, so not sure if he's moving on something kind of similar. I know he's really big on his photography, so maybe it's something about that. I'm assuming it would be. But I had some people say, hey, you should take on that role, but obviously I have the fellowship right now. But if a role like that ever happens to come up in the future, I think that'd be great and make this much easier. I could give you guys more insight that I'm allowed to do. Obviously can't say everything. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video today. Really appreciate you guys for watching and just appreciate the support in general. Hoping to continue to get more videos out consistently. I'm out.